What's up, guys? Jim here, and welcome back to part 4 of the Budget Bird build. Hopefully there's only going to be 5 parts. I'm trying to cram a lot into this part because I've really been dicking around with the other 3 parts. Obviously you guys have been seeing them. I just want to get a lot of progress in one video for you guys so I don't have to keep on showing, little shit, so I don't have to bore you guys. So hopefully it's only going to be about 5 parts. And today what I want to do is get this rear end in. Well, it's not going to be today. It's actually going to be over a couple of days because there's just too much work to get done, but I'm going to squeeze it into one video for you guys. But the idea is to get the rear end in, which is a 342 Posi unit that I got out of a 96 Trans Am. I've got the K-member up here that came off the same Trans Am. I already did the motor mounts. The other one's on the engine. The engine's all set to go in too. I just got to pull it out of my workshop, drop it in this thing, and link it up to the transmission right here. And that shit's ready to slide in here. The last piece of the puzzle that I was really waiting for, because it's actually the most expensive part of this build, was the torque converter. And I finally got the torque converter. It's an FTI like street converter. It's not like a friggin' high price heavy converter. It's like a a medium duty, which is perfect for like around 400 horse, which this thing is gonna be. So I'll be able to put that inside the trans, make the trans to the engine, and finally get the trans on the K-member and into the car. So before I get busy doing all that shit, I guess I'll just bring you guys up to speed. So in the last video, you saw that I was making patches for the floor and riveting those things in. So I got all those in, all the floor boards, all the floor patches with the rivets. I ended up doing seam seal all around. And obviously you guys can see here, I got the dash, the console, and my seat in. So that's pretty fucking solid. This thing's ready to rock and roll as far as the interior goes. Look how gutted this thing is. This is cool. This is probably going to be at least 500 pounds lighter than my other car, than the black car, the Midnight Special. But yeah, so that's all ready. I actually, earlier today, I just undercoated all underneath with like a Rust-Oleum undercoat fucking thing, so that's awesome too. And a few videos ago, I think it was the second one where I was talking about painting the engine bay. I finally got the engine bay in paint, so that's all done. I got the harness in earlier today. So this build's coming along, guys. I'm really fucking stoked to get this thing moving. So I guess what I'm gonna do, starting right now, is get this rear end in here. Hopefully I'll have time today to get the engine out of my workshop and bring it out here, but if not, it'll be, in a couple days. But for you guys, it'll be all fucking linear in one video. But yeah, I'm gonna stop by putting this rear end in and go from there. Alright guys, so the rear end is in. I just gotta button up a couple other things, and that's it. I mean, it only takes a few bolts to put a rear end in one of these cars. I don't know if you guys have ever done one before, but there's just one each on the control arm. There's the shock bolts, and then there's the 2 friggin' what do you call it? The end link bars right on either side. Oh, and the panhard. And that's it. I mean, other than dicking around with the brake lines and shit, which is gonna take me a little while. Yeah, it's in. So that didn't take hardly anything. So I'm glad for that. And yeah, moving on to the next thing. All right, guys, here we are, following week, and I got everything up in the driveway I need to stuff this fucking engine underneath here into this beautifully painted engine bay that you guys probably can't even see because the lighting is terrible. But there's the engine right there. Obviously you guys have seen it in the previous videos. I put it on the K-member last night just so it'll be fucking easier to stop presenting it to you guys like this. I used the energy suspension poly mounts down there. That's what I have on the black car, and it's fantastic. You don't get any of the long tube headers running on the K-member or anything like that, so it works out, man. So before I fucking put this shit together, I got to obviously make the transmission to the engine, and what I have to do that here is a TCI flex plate jammy right there, and we got the FTI stall converter. It's a It's a 3600 stall. The tech person over at FTI says that this stall should work perfect with this setup, so who the fuck knows? I don't know anything about automatics. This is the first automatic I've ever done, so we're gonna find out that. And it's stock 4L60E, so to be honest with you, I don't even really know how many hits it's gonna take before that thing pisses the bed. I mean, you know, who knows? I mean, a lot of people on the forums talk about how shitty they are. Some people talk about how great they are. Some people have good luck, some people have bad luck, so who the fuck knows? It was pulled from a junkyard anyway. I got it from a guy that pulled it from a junkyard. So they said it was good, so who knows? Training might not even be good from the get-go. But either way, I'm gonna get the flex plate on, put the torque converter in here, mate the two together, and then we're gonna start slipping it under the car. And after that, oh no, I'm sorry, before we do that, I gotta put the wiring harness on it so I don't have to do it when it's all in the car. It's a pain in the balls when it's already in the car. We'll slip the harness on and then fucking shove the whole jammy under there. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so that was easy. Flex plate's on. At first I thought I had it all backwards, but I didn't. It's supposed to face that way. It says it right on it, so did that. And now, moving on to the converter, I'm just gonna fill it up with fucking, I don't know, as much ATF as it'll take, I guess. I've never, like I said before, I've never fucked with an auto, so I really have no clue. I'm just gonna fucking pour trans fluid in, so yeah, here we go with that. Alright guys, so that was a little pain in the neck. At first I thought it wasn't going to fit in there, but I finally made the last click. So these things take, basically there's like 3 different steps you have to feel it like fit into, or else it's not in all the way. There's you can measure it with like a straight edge to there, but I used the stock converter, so it wouldn't have been the same measurement. Maybe it would have. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I'm a newbie to autos, so whatever. I'm going to slide this over to here, mate them together, and then slide them under there. I don't know if I'll have enough room to actually bolt the torque converter to the flywheel, the flex plate, so I might actually wait till I can actually crawl onto the car to actually bolt those together. I actually got to change the trans mount too, so it's actually going to be easy once it's in the car because I can just hold it up with a jack and then pull it off. So yeah, we're gonna start mating this shit together, and hopefully it goes together easy. Alright guys, so the last piece of the puzzle before I slide this bitch under there and friggin' stop bolting it up, we gotta deal with this harness. Now, the harness is like intimidating to a lot of people. It's actually pretty fucking easy, to be honest with it, because you can't fuck it up. All the plugs are different and they only go one way. So basically what I like to do is just start from the injectors. If you see the injectors, they're all numbered. That's 5, that's 7, and then right across from it you see 2, 4, and 6. There's 6, there's 8. You know what I mean? So basically what you do is you just start on the fuel injectors, and it puts the harness in the right spot for everything, and it basically just lines it up. So I'm just gonna fucking go ahead and do that, and I'll get you guys back in when I'm ready to slide this thing under. Alright guys, so here we are at the final stage, the fucking final boss. The fight is about to go down. So this bad boy's all ready to slide under here. I got the harness on, the trans is bolted up, I got the shock towers, the shocks, the fucking, whatever you want to call them, the control arms, whatever, they're all tied up, so nothing's gonna get in the way, get hung up when I slide it in there. I got the friggin' car rigged up with this bad boy right here, which makes it super fucking easy to lift this thing, and not even that sketchy. It's still sketchy, but it's not like fucking super sketch. I've done it super sketchy style before, so let's fucking see what happens. All we gotta do is slide this bad boy under, and then basically just bolt in the K-member. You'll see there's 1, 2, and 3. That's where they go. And then just the shock towers and the trans mount, which is right here, and that goes right under here. And yeah, I'm just gonna freaking set you guys up on my my tripod, aka Pots box, and get this fucker in the car. Let's do this. Alright guys, so the shock towers are bolted up. So basically what I'm going to do next is just lift the car up a little bit more and just get the jack under here in the center and just try to jack up the K-member on either side to see if I can, oh, maybe I'm not going to put it up anymore. I might actually go down some. Either way, you guys are going to be here with me watching it. Alright, well, she's finally in. She gave me a fight, but she's fucking finally in. I had to take the shock tower bolts out and get a little more wiggle room back and forth to get the K-member to line up. And I stuck the jack under there and friggin' shimmied it up until the friggin' K-member bolts would line up. And Jesus Christ, what a fucking pain in the balls. But she's in, and look at how sweet it looks too. Hopefully the fucking lighting is good enough, but usually never is. But there she is, guys. I'm fucking, God, I'm so fucking stoked to finally finish this thing off. And I got a little surprise too for this fucking thing. My buddy John, he hooked me up with a smoking deal on some fucking, on a drag pack for this fucking thing. So we got fats out back and skinnies up front on some badass black stars. So you guys will see those fucking things real soon in the next video. So in the next video, I'm promising a first start. We're gonna start this fucking thing up and hopefully drive it down the street and make sure it fucking goes. And if that goes, we'll do a little Bernie and fucking test her out. But this is it. The motor's in, the rear end's in, the interior's in, the harness is in. All I gotta do is friggin' plumb up the radiator, couple other things, get some exhaust on it, and she's fucking good, guys. It's going fucking great. I can't, you know, it's taken a long time. I think I started this project back in October or something like that, but you know, somebody like me, it's tough to find the time to do this shit. So, you know, when I do have the time, it's nice to fucking sit down and do this shit. So yeah, keep watching the friggin' series. In the next one, I promise we're gonna start this fucking thing up and it's gonna rumble. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.